From the Daily Mail. Budweiser teams up with Harley Davidson for very manly new advert as owner of Anheuser-Busch tries to recover from Bud Light backlash over marketing campaign with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Let's show you how manly you are. Let's play the video. You guys ready?
Yeah.
The greatest legacies are built with grit and resilience. One detail at a time. Limited edition Budweiser Harley Davidson cans. For those who give everything to their craft. This Bud's for you.
Why though? Why?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling manlier already.
Limited edition? I'm sold.
It's almost like parody, like the way they're doing it, like
Yeah.
the voice and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, who's honestly gonna buy this? Like,
In an effort to please everyone, they've made everyone hate them.
But do you want to buy the can and then put the can on the wall or something?
it's so bizarre, and it's funny too because it's like I wasn't really one for boycotts, and I was kind of like a Budweiser guy when I drank beer. And this is like the first boycott I've like kind of taken part of, and like it's been successful. And it really makes sense why it's successful is because, you know, those are the types of people that are, you know, drinking beer or whatever. And, you know, when you see these other companies like Nike or whatever, they can afford to lose, you know, people who pay attention to politics. Half the country, you know, doesn't really care. And they're going to say, I like, you know, LeBron James or whatever, I'm going to buy his shoes. But like Bud Light or Budweiser, it's gotten like a lot of people's attention. I saw like Clay Travis had like the cooler challenge type thing where he had a mixture of beer and then at the end of the night he opens it and it's like full of Bud Light because it was like those are the only beers that people didn't take. So it's just become
So
like
he bought Bud Light?
Yeah, right. I guess. I don't know the whole story of where the
Well, I guess
sourcing
it's free
came from.
though.
Yeah,
You know,
he could have gotten it for
they're
free
giving
from
it away.
Memorial Day.
Was he doing it like as a social experiment to see if
I
people
don't know
would
if it
take it?
started off that way,
Or he
but
just realized this?
He posted on Twitter just like the cooler. I don't know if it was like a cookout or whatever he was at, but yeah, it was like the cooler before and then after, and it was like only Bud Light left.
This is a desperate attempt because Memorial Day is here.
Yeah.
And so it's also been like a very slow day also, people can probably tell. Because everybody's getting ready to just take off and go on their Memorial Day 3-day holiday or whatever weekend. Mm-hmm. But I kind of could sense something like this was going to come because Memorial Day is the danger zone for Bud Light. People are going to be grilling. People are going to be hanging out. They're going to go to the lake. And this is when they're like, we need to move product.
Yeah.
And this was the best they could do. So I got bad news for you guys, though. This doesn't make Budweiser manlier. It makes Harley Davidson gayer. Right? And that's fine. Like, look, man, like if you are a man who likes to have adult relations with other men and ride motorcycles, no, I mean, seriously, like I got no beef. Like that's totally fine by me. Live your life, you know, be happy. But Budweiser's brand, I can't believe Harley Davidson was like, let's get in on that. Because people are making meme videos. There's a video I saw where a dude goes to the store and he's like buying beer. And then this other guy grabs a thing of Bud Light and he goes, you're buying Bud Light? And the guy goes, well, look, man, I don't care about the politics. I've always drank Bud Light. And he's like, oh, okay. Then he grabs a case, looks over, and the guy bends down to tie his shoe, and then his pants reveals he's wearing a thong.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, okay, and he puts the Bud Light back and then grabs something else.
So good.
So it's like, but my point with mentioning that is that people are Bud Light is a meme now.
Oh yeah.
It is like you cannot save the brand. All you can do is taint anything else.
Yeah, I think you're totally right, and I also think that there is the sense from the average person that if they buy Bud Light, they're engaging in politics. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like most people that want to, you know, just go to the bar and have a beer with their friends or go shoot pool or go to the game, whatever. They're actually trying to avoid politics. And if they buy Bud Light, they're going to feel like they're engaging in it. And that's something that is not easy to get rid of. And it's definitely something that Bud Light doesn't, or that, you know, Bud doesn't want. And the Harley Davidson thing, it's not going to move the needle because people are still going to feel like if I buy Bud and support, I'm engaging in politics. Yep. If I don't buy it, I'm not engaging because there's a bunch of other beers.
Yeah.
But if I buy Bud, then I'm saying I support this.
There's nothing they can do to salvage the brand. Like, there's no ad campaign where we're going to be like, oh, now it's okay. It's literally just them coming out and apologizing, but they definitely will not do that.
Yeah.
They're going to do something like this, and Harley Davidson. I mean, I got to ask: is it big? Is Harley big? Are they? I don't understand what the point of this is.
With bikers, yeah, still I think so. I mean, if you're into motorcycles, especially like the cruiser style, I think that Harley's probably still the name that people are kind of.
Well, here's what you do. When you see a dude in a Harley, you go, woo, pride, yeah. And then you walk up to the guys on the bikes and just be like, I'm so happy that you guys can be together.
Do you think this is going to taint
South
Harley
Park's already
Davidson too?
between this
You're right.
and South Park?
South Park did that episode.
South Park.
Everyone remembers that South Park episode. Why
South
would we
Park is the new Simpsons.
close to it? But that's
Well, they're both pretty old. And
between
South
the two of them.
Well, yeah, but I just meant like prediction wise.
Oh yeah, and then South Park even had that episode. Simpsons did it. But I talk about that. Did the marketing people at Harley Davidson
Are they unaware?
think at all? Like Target's stock is free falling, and I wonder if they did this deal in advance.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Like they
Target
had to print the cans.
I was gonna say it takes time to print,
but
cans.
it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
Like
That
the
could
Dylan
have
thing
been
was April
decided
1st.
a year ago that
Yeah.
we're going to do it this holiday weekend.
Could you imagine like Harley Davidson executives calling up Budweiser like, no, we're done. We don't want to do this. And they're like, no, you can't get it. No, you're here now. We got you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Has there been an update on the VP or the marketing exec that was
They're both still
on
there's two.
leave?
There's 2 that they put on leave.
There's no updates though.
No, I don't know. Just Bud Light's Budweiser's down a bit, not as bad as Bud Light, but a bunch of the brands are down. The reason I think that the reason this boycott worked is, and this is great because this is the watershed moment. This is the ignition point, is that it's perishable. So that means it has to move from shelves quickly, otherwise it gets trashed. That if you get 3 days of people not buying something, then immediately they're going to be like, sales report, it's down. People are throwing away cans. Then it's going to hit the news cycle again, and it's going to stay in the news cycle. With Target, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
With Disney, it's more difficult because people could boycott it for 3 days and then come right back. You might not even notice.
they're not
Or
perishable.
they could totally boycott it, and you're not going to get any news for 3 months until the next quarter when they do reports and stuff like sales reports or subscriber reports. Target might not feel it right away.
Well, Target's got perishable goods too. They sell groceries.
Yeah, but if 80% of people keep shopping at Target, they're going to move that product.
Yeah.
What happened is Bud Light's perishable, and people noticed right away nobody was buying it. Stores started to panic, and then it hits the news again. Wow, these stores aren't selling Bud Light. Once it gets back in the news, more people start asking why. That causes the news to ripple and the meme to ripple. Then the stock tanks. Now we've created the Bud Light effect, which is probably the most powerful tool. When Target faces a boycott, it doesn't matter if it's sales. What matters is shareholders get scared that they're going to go the same route as Bud Light.
Yep.
And if Bud Light tanked, after everyone said, no, Bud Light's great, Anheuser-Busch is going to do great, if it still tanked, then you're sitting on Target stock, you're going to be like, nah, I better not have this. I'm not giving you any advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, I'm sure a lot of people were like, whether you know or not that Target stock will go down, why wait? Like there's no positive news, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at my stock portfolio and I've got, let's just do a hypothetical $100, I'm like, the negative news is not going to make the stock go up, is it? It may make the stock go down. I'll sell and hold on the $100.
Yeah.
Sell the stock, hold the cash, wait to see what happens. Then that triggers a sell-off. The sell-off creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then. So anyway, back to Harley Davidson. I'm wondering if they're going to get, because someone told me this the other day. We were talking about it, and we didn't. I don't know. Is Harley Davidson publicly traded?
I do not know.
I don't know. Let's see.
They are, and they're currently up 0.52%. They're up 1.26% in the past 5 days. I got to be honest, man. I would not be surprised to see Harley Davidson stock take a hit when this news breaks. That being said, the news is breaking on a Friday.
Yeah, and a
So
holiday
it's
weekend too.
Memorial Day weekend, everybody's already gone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know why we're here, to be completely honest. We're not going to be here on Monday. But I was like, I guess we have to do something.
We can hang out, you know. There's, you know, you were talking about the Target stock and stuff. I saw Clint tweeted this earlier from Liberty Lock Pod. More than 60 civil society groups are now demanding that all businesses cease Twitter ad buys because Musk had the audacity to let Ron DeSantis announce his presidential run on Twitter, and it's because of the ESG DEI stuff. If you've got what are ostensibly capitalist organizations pressuring other organizations to stop buying ads because of politics, I imagine that the ESG and DEI stuff that incentivize Target to do the things like having the Pride, the Pride stuff every year, I feel like that is going to be. I feel like people are going to start taking notice of that, taking notice of the ESG stuff, because it's already something that you hear kind of rumbling. I saw something on CNBC. They were doing basically a hit on it and discussing the benefits. And I think that could be something really, really good for the right, basically, because it's better than boycotting one company.
Yeah.
It gets people to focus on what is basically social engineering of the capitalist system, and that has been such an effective way to get compliance from corporations and stuff like that. And that's, I think the most important thing to focus on if you're looking at boycotts or whatever. If you want to hit companies in the pocketbook, look for companies that are making ESG and DEI commitments.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.